Welcome, guys. Welcome from A to Z, the podcast where we try to show as much love as we can. I got a special guest today, Jay Church.
What's going on, man?
Thank you so much for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. We also got Chris Jeebus in the background.
Hey, hey.
Yep. I definitely wanted to bring Church on because I saw his art from the art event,
Yeah.
the Bubble Hive, and I was definitely impressed, man. I definitely like
Same
it.
here, man. You
Thank you
killing.
Yeah,
You
thank you so
killing,
much,
man.
man. So, and then later on, throughout the event, I found out you did music, so I also thought that was pretty interesting. So I definitely wanted to have you on, man, and just tell us a little bit about yourself, and yeah, what you do, where we can find you, So, let's start from the beginning, and just take us from J Church origins.
Okay. Well, initially I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, so I grew up there heavily into the church aspect. So, got a lot of family that's heavy into church, so I grew up on. And when I got a little older, I just figured it wasn't necessarily for me. So I branched off, started listening to different music, and I got inspired to do my own type of music. As far as art goes, I've been doing art since I was a kid, like as far as I can remember. Um, the first instance I do remember is watching Aladdin on VHS,
Yeah,
and then we had a crappy VHS player, so the tape froze, and
yeah,
I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, I could draw that, and
yeah.
I drew it. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm okay at this. So I just kept drawing stuff. Like went from there to like drawing Dragon Ball Z characters on the front of people's notebooks in school. So yeah, that's basically where the art aspect came from. As far as music, um, I didn't listen to anything but gospel music until I was like 16.
Okay.
So we couldn't have any R&B, no nothing in the house. So first thing I listened to was Ludacris. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I gotta go back. So I listened to his Chicken and Beer album.
Okay,
And then I backtracked to like Incognito and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is actually dope. Why have I been missing out on it for this long?
yeah.
So I started writing and stuff, come up with like little raps here and there as a kid. And then I branched out and started getting into composition. So I play music as well. So I play keyboard, bass, trumpet, trombone, like any three valve instruments. So yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
As far as playability, I'd say piano.
Piano?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because especially if you have a keyboard can be turned into any instrument.
Okay.
So it's just versatility. Yeah, it's just it's been dope. Like working in the scene of music and art, and then have it combined. Like when I met Jeebus, we met at a supervillain art show.
Oh,
So
shit.
everything was supervillain themed. And a buddy of mine, Clydell, shout out Clydell, he told me, put your art up. I never did an art show before.
Yeah,
So most I did was just gave people opportunity to get something from me that I worked with. Like, hey, throw me $20, I'll do something for your kid.
okay.
So yeah, so that's why I started off. And
Wait, well, when was this? Like, how do you think?
as far as the art show, like me
Yeah, when
getting
you,
into
when
the
you guys
scene,
met up.
it's been like what 3-4 years almost. Yeah, almost 4 years. Yeah. So it's definitely a whole different avenue. Like from being on the outside looking in the art scene to actually being in the art scene, seeing what's actually in it. It's a lot of opportunity. It's so dope. Like meeting the new people and their creativeness, seeing their thought process throughout creation as well. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing, man.
Yeah.
Especially when I met you guys, man. It was definitely cool, getting to see other artists, and then when we're just right there, just chopping it up, talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the things you guys were talking about, which was, artist problem, issues and stuff. I literally thought it was just me that went through shit like that. But the more you guys talked and stuff, I was like, holy shit! I guess I'm not the only one out there, going through similar problems.
Most definitely.
So I really thought that was dope, and I'm glad to meet you guys. I'm glad you guys are here, man. So,
Yeah, you dope as hell, man. Glad to meet you too.
Yeah.
Like, I saw your artwork. We came to visit Vic during the spring art scene. Shout out Vic.
yeah, definitely shout out.
Yeah. So we saw you in there with your art. You had the blast cans and everything set up that you painted. Like everything was dope, man. Like, yeah, and I was like, who is that guy? I gotta follow him on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever it is. Like, because I get inspiration from other artists.
Yeah,
I'm like,
definitely.
okay, that's dope. I don't necessarily want to copy their artwork,
Yeah.
but I want to do something inspired by them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
definitely.
definitely makes you want to do more.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, I've been learning a lot, man. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I was checking out your music too last night, man, dude. Is that really you? Is that really him,
Yeah.
bro? Dude,
Yeah.
amazing voice, bro. I really
Thank you.
did not. If you would have played the music and not tell me it was by him, I would have been totally surprised, bro.
Nice.
You know, so
Nice.
and I definitely like I like music like that. I'm not always like the hardcore hip hop. You know, I definitely like a bunch of other stuff. You know, like I like R&B, rock, oldies, a bunch of oldies, man. 'Cause I grew up in oldies and shit, but
Word.
yeah, you know, like I really thought it was amazing, man. You have an
Thank you.
amazing voice. Definitely go check them out, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's just growing up in church. So
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thinking about it now, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, is your last name like your real last name, or you just use that because of the past?
The
Church.
nickname Church came about. I was working at this call center, and I came in as like entry level position, and I'm looking at the supervisors that's running the facility, and I'm like, I could probably do a better job.
Okay.
And then somebody told me, okay, if you think you can do a better job, take my job then.
Anything?
Challenge, okay, bet. So I started doing what I had to do, and I took the team lead position and became a supervisor, and was running one of the best teams in the house. And it's like I was wearing a shirt and tie to work every day. They said dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So I'm like, okay, cool. Shirt and tie to work, and they said you dress like you going to church, so I'm gonna call you Church. I'm like, ain't that how kids pick out nicknames when you're like 5?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Church. So everybody started calling me Church, and then Jay, my actual name is Justin.
Okay.
So people just call me Jay, and then I linked it together because I got locked out of Facebook on my other page. So created a new page, and it became my music page. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that was Catchy J Church. I wasn't really sure if that was your last name. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, that was definitely dope, man.
Thanks, man.
So let's take it back a little bit, man. So when did you exactly wait? What came first, drawing or
Music.
music?
Yes.
Okay. So when did you first started using your voice to make music or like make vocals or if you remember?
Yeah.
If you remember.
The first memory I have is 4 years old. Um, when my mom was pregnant with me, she would sing to me before she went to sleep, or be, you know, just throughout the day. My mom can sing like really good,
Okay.
and we had like a little singing collective with our family. So my dad is a reverend, and we used to go to church on Friday nights. And before he got up to preach, he would call us up to sing. So we would have rehearsals at home, trying to get harmonies down. This is me like 4, 5, 6 years old. Like, yeah. So
Yeah, I remember because when I was little, I did like in Chicago, we did like auditoriums.
oh, okay, yeah,
So when I was little, we
yeah.
had to sing, and bro, I was so embarrassed. So were you
Oh,
embarrassed when you would do that, or
uh,
were you just like used to it? Like fuck it.
I was used to it because it was always in the background. I didn't really have any lead parts or anything, so I was
Okay.
like, okay, cool, I'll blend in. Nobody, like. But then as I got older, people were asking me, okay, you want to lead this song? No, I don't. I don't. But then it's like, okay, we're not gonna ask you, we're gonna tell you to lead the song. So
Okay.
now you gotta get up there. I'm like, okay. I'm frozen stiff, but still singing like so it's a different it's a different feel from singing in church opposed to singing for people who aren't really in a church scene. So like R&B, I love singing R&B, and the feedback I get from singing R&B is pretty dope. But sitting in church singing to people, sometimes you get like awkward stares and expectation that you got to meet, and it's like, okay, do you really want me to sing, or do you want me to perform for you?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it's a little difference, but I mean it's cool.
I mean, shit. I mean, think about it though, man. The experience,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's worth it because
Most stuff,
yeah.
most stuff, yeah. But like when I linked up with Jeeves and I told him that I did music, he started taking us to open mics around the town to get us used to performing in front of people. So I'm like, okay, it's a little different. It's um it's different memorizing your own lyrics that you wrote
Yeah.
opposed to just hearing somebody else's and say, okay, I got to copy this word, I got to do that, and it's it's really
Yeah,
it's a
honestly,
challenge. Yeah,
I didn't really think about it until you said it right now that it's harder to do your own than to memorize. I never really thought of that until you actually said that.
yeah, because
That's
it's
actually interesting.
yeah, because
Uh, do you remember? Sorry about cutting you off.
no, you good.
Do you remember the first song you performed in front of people? That was
That
yours.
was R&B or gospel.
R&B, your style.
Yeah. So the first song I did in front of somebody was a song I wrote with a group called Royal Family I was a part of. So it was me, Ro Royal, and Mr. Smithers. Shout out to Ro Royal and Mr. Smithers. We had this collective called Royal Family, and I wrote this song called Drunk Driving. So my homie asked me to come over to a studio. We was sitting there listening to instrumentals, and I'm like, I like that one. I mean, pen and a piece of paper. So I wrote it in the studio. We recorded it, and it was like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So like listening back to it to make sure that I have the lyrics down for whenever I go to perform. It's like, okay, I wrote that, but I can change it here because I don't want the live performance to be that directly similar to what I recorded already.
Oh, okay.
So like, we have a big thing where we don't do vocals over backtracks because if you got a vocal over your backtrack, then if you mess up as an individual, they can hear it. You know, opposed to me making different inflections and there's no vocals on the track that comes with it, then I can go ahead and make those inflections and make those changes, give people a different experience when they come to see me. So
Yeah, that's dope, man. Sure,
thanks,
yeah,
man.
um, how long would you say like a song would take you to write?
The quickest song I've written was 2 verses and a hook. It took me like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, uh, guys, if you wanna, I mean, I don't know, it's up to you,
Mm,
but if you want, man, sure, you can send me some music so I can, at the end of the episode, I can have it playing. So,
okay, yeah, I'll definitely do
yeah,
that.
definitely, guys, check them out. SoundCloud or
SoundCloud.
Spotify, because I seen on your Instagram you had like a Spotify
That
thing.
was a song I did with Michael Mike Check.
Oh, okay.
So shout out Michael Mike Check. He really he's done a lot for me. Like as far as like helping me and Chris definitely he's helped. Um, Chris and Mike Check have both helped me like get my music where it needs to be
Yeah, shout out
and
them.
showing me the steps. Yeah, definitely shout out. Um, but Mike Check is signed with Lost Voice Music out in Colorado. So
Oh, shit.
we did this song called Two High Motherfuckers
Yeah.
and it's a pretty dope song. It's a smoker's anthem, basically. So,
Where do you find that one, man? Because I was looking for that, man. Because I went on your SoundCloud and tried to look, but I only saw the Ready album.
yeah, Ready. That's the only album that I dropped on SoundCloud specifically to just get me in the process of what I need to do to release an album.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was just like my test trial run through as my debut album. But my next album would be on all streaming platforms. But as far as Too High Motherfuckers, it's on Spotify under Michael Mike Check.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that your
Definitely.
album.
His Always Black album is crazy dope.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna check
crazy
them out.
dope. Yeah.
So, so what about drawing, man? When did you first start drawing?
Yeah, it was early on. I was about 10 years old. Yeah, so that's when I first started drawing. It was the scene of Aladdin when Jasmine was coming from behind the curtains to see who was on the balcony
Yeah.
when he had the magic carpet. So it froze right on her coming out the curtains, and I drew that scene. Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is pretty dope. So going over to my grandmother's house, we would watch cartoons together. We used to watch SpongeBob like crazy.
Yeah,
So
shout out SpongeBob.
yeah. So that was a major part of my childhood, just cartoons in general.
Which one was your favorite? Or which? Yeah, cartoons and then your network,
Uh,
right?
That's hard.
that is
That's
a hard
hard.
question.
We watch a
Jesus
lot
Christ.
of cartoons.
We make cartoons too.
I
So
know.
No, same here, bro. Like, cause I feel like my drawings, like, generally they come from a cartoon style. You know.
yeah.
But yeah, mine was. I don't know, man. I gotta say, yeah, Cartoon Network, and then Nickelodeon. Yeah, those two are like my top.
Yeah.
And like the cartoons are like '90s.
I think I would say Cartoon Network. because I loved Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Oh hell yeah!
Now this is where it gets tricky because I would say Cartoon Network, but then after a while, Boomerang became a thing because all those
All the
Oh,
older
shows we used to
cartoons,
love
yeah,
bounced over there. Plus,
yeah,
it had some of the older ones.
yeah, like the Jetsons and
Yeah.
Flintstones,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, dude, I
Top
definitely.
Cat,
Yeah, oh yeah,
all of
dude,
that.
yeah, dude, I
I'll
definitely.
go down the line, show my age, bro.
Yeah, yeah, same here, dude. Shit, man. Yeah, don't shit. Like I remember when I was a little bit older, shit, I saw Boomerang. I was like, holy shit, blast from the past, man. Yeah, it was
Uh,
definitely. Shit was definitely fun.
yeah, Boomerang ain't nothing but a frisbee that you can play with by yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah, and were your parents always cool with you drawing, or they didn't?
Yeah, they were pretty cool with me drawing. They were pretty supportive in it, actually. Especially, well, not through my school years because it kind of distracted me from my work. So, they got on my ass like, hey, no need to be drawing in class. Do your classwork. You can draw in your free time. So,
Yeah, man, my
yeah.
grades dropped as soon as I started. Like, well, I mean, they were always pretty low, but they dropped even further when I started drawing. So.
And that's the thing people don't talk about when you go through curriculum because you go through school, everything's already put in place for you. It doesn't have any open spaces for creativity unless you have an art class. But then, even in the art class, it's still a curriculum base. So it doesn't really show creativity in its full aspect. It's just creativity on an individual aspect of what we tell you to do.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people struggle with this in school because it's like, okay, I don't really want to learn what everybody else is learning because I'm not everybody else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like a balance in between.
I didn't actually take art class until like my senior.
Okay, nice.
But I wanted to take art like my whole high school thing. That's when I was like really picking up the pencil and drawing.
Yeah, definitely.
And I actually tried, but man, they wouldn't give it to me till like my last year, and that was like my worst year, bro. Because
Yeah,
that like I didn't even finish school. I just dropped out.
yeah, I feel you. I tried to. My parents weren't going. They was like, nope, you gotta graduate. I got into some trouble. Wound up like some trouble with the law, and wound up having to go to a military school as like to get me out of trouble as an alternative. Um, but like, what was it, middle school? I think is when like I got really heavy into drawing. Because a lot of people that I went to school with, they were into cartoons already. We had some similarities that we liked in animation, and it's just basically me picking something that they wanted me to draw, and I'll draw it on like the 3-ring binders with the slip cover in the front,
Yeah,
so they can still put their papers in it and see the Dragon Ball Z character pop out from it. So yeah,
Ooh, man, that's easy,
yeah,
man. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm glad you went through like the military school, because trust me, man, getting in trouble, man, it's not worth it.
yeah. It's not. It was either jail time or military school.
Yeah,
So
so you made the right choice, man.
yeah,
Trust me. You
definitely.
ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing fun from getting in trouble and shit.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Now I miss getting to go outside with my friends because I was like, I got in so much trouble as a kid, bro.
Yeah, no, not same here, man. But I mean, when I got in trouble, it was for stupid stuff until I got like a little bit older in my teens. Then that was kind of going into like, you could get arrested, stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because we did dumb shit, bro. Like I remember trying to. I was in middle school. Somebody mentioned something about smoking, and like you can smoke just about anything. And my dumb ass was like, anything? Okay. So we crumpled up some Doritos and some notebook paper. Like, who the fuck does that? And we smoked it, and it wouldn't go out. And it was like mid fall. So we was just like, okay, we got to hurry up and get to school. I chucked it. It started a fire in the leaves. So I'm stomping the leaves out. I'm coming to school smelling like smoke. One of my teachers pulled me to the side and sprayed me with air freshener. This shit was hilarious. I was like, now I just smell like smoky greatness. Like,
Hey, shout out that teacher, man. I don't know no teacher that would have sprayed me. He would have been like, take your ass to the principal.
so if my parents watch this, it's the first time you're hearing it. I'm sorry.
But he's doing great now.
Now they say to use Doritos as like in a fire, or like when the power goes out, light it on fire, it'll burn like really long.
I think I invented that.
Yeah.
I think I invented it. Like, just going through weird stuff, man. Like creative minds always have a certain blocking point by society as far as like what we should do opposed to what we want to do.
Yeah,
So
man.
like creative reign is sometimes blocked because of that, because you have expectations that you want to try to meet. Like okay, the dare dog, for example. I'm pretty sure in all of our lives we pretty much let down the dare dog at least once.
Oh yeah. I didn't meet him, but when I did, yeah, I was disappointed.
Like I feel like I let Smokey the Bear down with that fire I started too. Like, it's just, like all my idols.
All right.
Yeah, man. It's just I like doing what I do. You know,
Yeah.
it's creativity in its fullest. Like being an artist, like I guess all around artist, touching music and traditional art. Um, but I'm still learning a lot in both. So I'll try to put those aspects into what I know. Like I'll sit and use coloring books just to practice blending.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So yeah, just different techniques like that.
Yeah, that's dope, man. For real.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and I find that interesting, because um, I mean, I'm not too like knowing of much, but like I thought that was pretty cool. Like somebody that sings also draws,
Thanks, man.
and I feel like that also helps your creativity even more because you're able to draw, so you're creative, which you can also transfer to like music, even and even be even more creative with
Yeah, definitely.
that. Yeah, man, we already hit like 21 minutes, man. Shit.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. No, but no, we're still going. But like, I just needed the first 10 minutes, so that way, I could put like a little preview of actual playable video
Oh, okay, got you.
on, because I'm scared to put the fucking us smoking right away on. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll
yeah,
probably be
like,
like,
I was telling him a little bit about. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Cut this part out. Tell him a little bit about the Midwest marijuana sculpting competition.
oh yeah.
I was trying to get started, but I couldn't advertise it anywhere.
Yeah,
Facebook
right.
pulled all my
It
ads.
kept
Everything
shutting
pulled
it
all my
down.
ads.
Gratitude.
Appreciate it.
Oh, we're not gonna share?
Oh no, man.
Oh damn.
Yeah, man. I definitely want you to feel at home, comfortable.
Can I lay in the cage with the dog over there?
Yeah, let her get used to you first.
She was barking at me like I stole something from her. Like this is my first time meeting you. Like dogs normally love me.
Yeah.
She probably smelled my dog on me too.
Nah, man. It's just with new people, bro. She gets really excited.
Oh,
But the
okay.
thing is, I don't know if that excitement is like angry excitement or like why are you excitement? Cause like when Chris came, man, I felt like she was trying to rape you or something, bro. Humping your leg and stuff, So I definitely want, to be careful, when I bring people. I definitely don't want her to get hurt. She's a good dog. She won't. I know she won't bite you, but I don't want her to I don't know who's this person.
Yeah. No, I put my hand out. She licked my hand and then started barking at me again. So like, all right, at least I'm cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad she's calming down. I thought she was gonna be barking the whole time.
I mean, us all three smoking. She'll probably get a contact. She'll come all the way down.
Oh yeah, once she smells it, yeah, she's like, oh, okay, they're chilling, they're cool.
Yeah, but you asking a lot of good questions.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I also want to mention, thank you, Chris, man. You are definitely the stepping stone of like the first interview where I actually looked at mistakes. I'm like, what I didn't ask and how I sounded. So definitely, thank you for
Oh,
being
no,
the first
for
guest.
sure.
I definitely appreciate that. Because when I was replaying it, man, I was like, dude, I sound like I'm not. When I talked, it sounded like I wasn't even going nowhere with the end and stuff. So I definitely learned, and I definitely appreciate you for that.
I definitely like your format. I think the idea of where you're at is great. Just have a couple questions maybe in the back pocket.
Yeah, man.
But what I really like about it is it is really laid back, and it's more like just chatting and bullshitting than it is being grilled with questions.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it.
Yeah, because I'm here not really to grill nobody, man. I just want people to come on, talk about themselves, so that way people can, get to know you, and then like that way they know what you do, they could check it out.
It's just kicking it in conversation, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I first met you over at I forgot where we went, but I know Vic was DJing and you were sitting down drawing.
Right there at electro electrical Union Records. E EUR. There you go. Yeah, yeah, fucking yeah, man. At my art show, bro, I was definitely nervous.
Yeah. I mean, well, you ain't had no reason to be like your work spoke a lot for you, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, the first day, yeah, a lot of people didn't go, man. So I mean, first time art show, so I really didn't know what to expect.
That I mean, sadly, that's kind of a thing. Like people don't catch on the first time when you do something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always like second, third, fourth that they start trickling in. Then by the time if it's an annual thing, then by the third or fourth year, then they okay. Yeah, this is the thing now. We go into it, but it takes them a while to get started. Really, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the next day, man, like a little bit more people came, so I was definitely happy because like Vic helped me out, so like I definitely felt like I had to perform at my very best, so I definitely had a lot of pressure.
And Vic is dope as hell, man. Yeah. He took us out to this art show in Rock Island a couple weeks ago, and like the vibe there was just completely different from the art shows and stuff that I've seen here. Like we've had art shows when we were at Walk to 19 where it was art and music combined, but it was never like an outside event. You know, because as artists we fear our shit blowing away,
Yeah,
or getting
dude.
damaged by water or some shit.
Or
Like,
the
so,
sun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't really do art outside that much. Opposed to like them, they had graffiti artists out there. They put boards up and drilled it to the wall so that it would be stable. But they just out there tagging while everything going on. Like it was pretty dope.
Yeah, man. I definitely wanted to go to that one you guys went not too long ago. But man, I get paranoid, man, when I definitely step out Rockford area. Even me going out to Rockford, you hardly see it because
You shouldn't be paranoid at all, bro. And it's the exact opposite. So you'll get more love if you go outside of where you live at.
Yeah, no, that's what me and Chris were talking about last time, man. You definitely do get a little bit more appreciation when you step out of your. But for me, it's more like it's like just like a shy person.
Mhm.
So I definitely do, and I really don't know if I do step out, I might not know nobody. So that's one thing I get paranoid, shy. But the more people I meet.
Yeah.
Like the more I feel like, oh, I'll step out, I'll meet this person so that way I can just stand for next time for a little bit.
We got this hashtag that we use called DDC Adventures. Well, we travel so much, like just doing stuff, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, I definitely looked at the hashtag, bro.
Yeah, we travel a lot, and it's just even if it's just us just kicking it, we go out of town, so we're just kicking it. DDC Adventure, because we still believe in like in order to succeed in life, you have to have a team. Like if you want to do something successful and you want a lot of people to be able to benefit or be able to be a part of what you have going on, it's important. It's imperative to have a team because nobody can handle all the roles it takes for a team by themselves without getting stressed out, without getting burned out. Having to quit early because you lost your passion for it. Like if you got a team and everybody plays their roles, then it takes stress off of everybody as a collective,
Yeah.
So nobody's doing like more than what they can handle, more than what's expected of them, because it's like, okay, we got a graphic designer. If we have a main artist that's like a traditional artist drawing out stuff, if we have a videographer, if we have a photographer, or things of that nature, then I know like right now we carry multiple roles. Like, we carry multiple roles, but it's divided up between us, So it's like we know where we want to go with what we're doing, and at the same time we know that if anything, if we burn out, then we can't really do what we want to do. So we split the work and shit. So
Oh yeah, man, that's smart thing, man. Because dude, I was literally about to throw my computer on the wall trying to upload that episode. Like it was like so much bullshit, man. And that's the thing too, man. Like there's like a bunch of things I want to do, but there's like since I'm piling it up, like I'm fucking, like overwhelmed sometimes. Especially at the end where I gotta, edit the videos. Cause, dude, I mean, editing and putting everything together, that's the fun part. I like watching that. When it comes to uploading, because there's times where I don't know what the hell goes on. That's what frustrates me.
Nah, I
And
feel you.
and low key, man, I kind of want to look for somebody that just like knows how to upload shit, so that way I could just upload my videos. So,
That's one of the most frustrating things for sure. Because there's times I'll go and I'll work for 2 days on a video. There's a little, it could be a latent, just like a 45-second thing, and then all of a sudden I'll upload it in the wrong, or I'll export it in the wrong file or whatever, and it's the
yeah,
wrong size. Now I can't get it to move anywhere because it's too big and it won't fit on my drive, or it won't. Then I'm like,
dude,
Jesus Christ!
like
Like I just
what?
had this on Instagram 2 days ago.
Like, dude, we're at the future where cars drive themselves, bro. Like, you're telling me I can't move this file? It's too big. Like, what the fuck, man? But and then and shit like that takes time to learn, bro. And like me, man, it's like I kind of just want to get it over with so I can get back to whatever else I'm doing.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, tell me a little bit more about this group, man, and DDC,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you do at DDC?
I am a general in DDC. I've gotten that title because I've been with them. Like they started before, a little before I came on board, but like I don't know, my ethic as far as like what I want to do is a little different than everybody else's. So I'm a little more involved. So whether it's on the back end, trying to plan stuff together, put stuff together for it, like we travel to go do a set musically, and we need things placed in order. I'll take the initiative and I'll go ahead and knock it out so that we got it. Or else if it's doing traditional art or me performing myself, it's just like certain things to be on the back end that I try to help with so that we can be a little more professional.
Okay.
So it's like, um, I don't, like you, you gave me the title of general. So I mean,
Yeah, and like
yeah.
when you guys do something, do you like say an art show? You go into an art show, right?
Mhm.
Like, do you represent DDC or do you represent yourself as an artist?
I represent both.
Okay.
So like I'm an artist under DDC.
Okay.
So um, it's technically like an umbrella platform. So what you have is people who are like-minded that just want to be able to get their creativity out there.
Yeah, and that's why I definitely liked having you guys on, so that way I can meet you guys and then hopefully meet, your other crew members. I would definitely like to have them on.
Most definitely.
Especially if you guys work as a team, because I like teamwork, But for me, it's kind of hard to find like the people, or like maybe there's times where I feel like I don't communicate well, so and
No, I
that's why
feel
I
you.
don't have a team.
Sometimes.
But if I did want to say if I had a team, it would be me and my girl, because my girl does help me
Okay. Yeah.
see perspectives from not my side,
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what's up. Hell yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
That's definitely a team. Hell yeah.
no, yeah, and I definitely respect that from you guys. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, over the years, it's become well for me. It's become a brotherhood. So like,
yeah, and
you know,
that's cool, brotherhood type stuff.
yeah. So like, if I call him up, I'm like, hey, bro, hey, guess what's going on? We got this, and the third. Okay, that's cool, cool. Like we'll link up and we'll talk about it. We'll go over like in detail what we need to do. If it's something for me on an individual basis, I'm constantly hitting Chris up like, hey, bro, what you think of this, or what's your opinion on this? um, Both on the music art side. I recently, it's been like a year and a half. I started doing digital artwork,
How's
so
that?
it's different. Like,
Yeah,
because I'm
I'll
used
do.
to like if it's paper and I'm working with pencils, I lay a layer and then I come back in with a different blend to try to give it that depth, or use offset lighting to kind of give it more like of a realism to make it pop or something. Um, to now like using the computer and I'm like, okay, you gotta click a button that says bucket. and it fills in a whole area. It takes like 0.5 seconds and shit. Like opposed to me taking 5 minutes on this one whole piece by hand. It's like okay, I don't know. Like it's weird.
Yeah, which one gives you the bigger headache?
Digital art.
But I mean, you just said you just barely started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's a learning curve on top of that too. So it's a little bit of frustration. I mean, I had the same frustration learning traditional art, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I haven't really gone to school for it at all. So I don't have any structure with it.
Yeah, same here, man. So I wish I would have paid attention in school, because I did take the video editing class in high school, but to me at that time I thought that was that's not my style. Why am I in here? And now that I'm older, I'm like, damn, bro, I was in the class I wish I need right now.
Yeah.
And man,
and my school was different. Like we didn't have any video editing classes. It wasn't until I want to say sophomore year in high school, we finally got a music teacher. Like we didn't have one going. Like they didn't even have the class available because They didn't have a music teacher on board. I'm like, why is it hard to find a music teacher?
just kids don't be paying attention, man.
Exactly. So, bro, I got in the class and I'm amped up. I'm like, okay, this is music. This shit is dope. They taught us music theory, um, music appreciation, all of these different steps in music, and I'm like, this is dope. Like people actually sit and think of this. They make this up from scratch, and it comes out to be this. Like that's sick. And from then on, I always looked at music differently. That's why I branched out other than gospel, because that was all that was allowed in the house. Okay, well if I'm not in the house, I can listen to whatever.
Yeah.
But then whatever leaked into the house, and it was like conflict. So I'm like, yeah, I fucks with music.
No, it's a beautiful thing, dude.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, I feel like if I didn't have music, bro, and just weed, I feel like I couldn't really draw as like I do now, bro. Because I listen to music and smoke, because that takes me to a different. I definitely need music. In other words.
Definitely.
I have different types of music I listen for depending on what zone I'm in for.
Yeah.
Types of art that I do even.
Yeah.
I listen to music people would never expect me to listen to, for certain.
Oh yeah, same here.
Just
Same
because
here.
it carries a certain type of energy that
Yeah.
I can ride for this piece,
Yeah, it does. Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. Like looking at me, you wouldn't be able to think that I've listened to and have enjoyed dubstep.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Like my favorite dubstep song is called Woo Boost.
Woo Boost.
Yeah, that joint is dope. I don't know, it's just like
Wait, dubstep is like what's it called? Party rock.
kind of like it's like EDM party rock type. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
they do a lot of backwards. Backwards music for it, but they play back instead of forward, so it's got that whoop 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 sounds in it a lot too and dubstep.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I used to hate music, man. When I was little, I hated the music my dad. I loved the music my dad would play, but I hated the music my sisters would play.
What were they listening to? And so they picked a lot.
Not well. I mean, they're girls, so I mean, Backstreet Boys and Sync. But then as
I can see why.
yeah, and then as we were getting into the 2000s or like mid 90s, we started listening to like 50 Cent, Ludacris, fucking Eminem. I really liked Eminem when I did hear him, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. My dad, he would listen to oldies though, like Temptations, Lowrider,
Yeah.
But there's times where I was like, I don't like it, But that was me as little, like as I grew on, I started listening to like my own, from hearing their music, and yeah, I definitely love it now.
Man, the most we got to listen to was like Chipmunk's Christmas. They had an album. um, what else was it? It was another one. It was like Anita Baker Christmas and Jackson 5 Christmas. Like that's how you knew the holidays hit. It was like finally something new. Like nah, this the stuff you heard last year, 5 years ago. like like okay, I ain't heard this before. Yeah, you did. And then the song started playing, and you start singing along with like, damn, I do know this. I've never been so disappointed to be proven right. Like,
Yeah.
damn, I do know this.
Yeah, but yeah, man, just yeah, I'm a little stoned now, but
Yeah.
That's all good. It's all good.
yeah, man. I mean, just talk to us, man. What else you got, man? Like, from like, like when you drew, like, did you just draw to inspire yourself, or did you like look for artists to get inspiration?
Um, Initially, like when I so I've been drawing since I was a kid or whatever. So fast forward up into after graduation of military school, um, I'm like working at different jobs. So I worked at a cab company as a dispatcher and as a basically like an entry level type thing. So you taking calls from people, they telling you where they want to be picked up from, where they want to go, yada yada. So working there, and the call center type of field is majorly women. So, and at this time, and a lot of women in this type of field usually have kids. So they go and they say, "Oh, you draw?" Because I'm sitting at my desk doodling or whatever. Um, "Oh, you draw? Can you do this a picture of such and such for my kid?" And I'm like, "Okay." And sit there, draw it, give it to them, and they was like, "Okay, well, how much you want?" Huh? I
Yeah.
was just doodling. Like I'm sitting here trying not to be bored at this desk. Like I didn't think about it like that. So it turned a different aspect on it. So I always, $20. Oh, that's all you want? Okay, that's only $20. I guaranteed I got $20. That was my mindset. So it was like a little side hustle. I'm working my 9 to 5 job, getting money on the side from doing pictures at random. Like it's pretty dope. I got pocket change. I got some throwaway cash. So um, started just doing that. So I moved here back in 2013, and I was working at Blue Cross Blue Shield, doing the same thing. Like sitting there doodling at my desk because I'm bored, not paying attention to the patterns. So uh, sitting at my desk bored, somebody walks past my desk. Oh, you draw? Can you do this for my daughter? Okay, throw me $20. And I'm like, okay. And so the cycle repeat itself. Like I'm noticing this in retrospect right now. So
Yeah. Right. When you talk about it, you really don't,
yeah.
notice it in pattern. Because the way I kicked up my drawing, bro, was like, I was at work bored, bored, and then one of my boys, he knew I always used to doodle because he used to see it. He was like, "Hey, man, can you draw me a birthday card?" And from there, bro, from that birthday card, I just started doing more cards. And after that, I started doing bigger pieces.
That's why your lettering so clean. Your
No,
lettering is clean, bro.
no, bro, I mean, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. But
Yeah.
like, nah, bro, my shit is kind of sloppy, bro. But I get my inspiration from tattoo artists.
Word.
Yeah, yeah. And dude, their lettering, man, amazing,
Bro, I'm looking at this. I can tell this is your art right here on the back of your computer.
Wait, except for that black one that says Bomb Science.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could draw some shit like
But
that.
yeah, like I can tell what it says, bro. It's clean as hell.
Yeah, thank you, man.
It's yeah.
Yeah, I don't go too crazy because I want it to be legible at all times and shit. But yeah, I feel like sometimes my shit's sloppy or just basic and shit. But from knowing those tattoo artists, bro, that like they every time I see their stuff, I'm like, okay, I need to kick it up a notch and shit.
Okay.
Shout out them. I definitely can't wait to have those guys on. Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely know a couple of cool tattoo artists, bro.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Have you ever done tattoo?
No,
Yeah.
I've done designs for my tattoos, but that's about it.
Yeah, I know. Same here. Some people would ask me for. I used to do a little bit of tattooing, but I stopped, bro, because I was like way too whack, and I was way too nervous while like people watching me tattoo, and but people would still ask me for drawings for tattoos,
Okay.
and I was never like, man, you don't want my art, bro. you want like a tattoo professional's art.
Yeah,
I was always
definitely.
directing them and stuff. So me, nobody can really get a tattoo idea from me. Just art to hang up.
I feel you.
Wait, you
man.
Jeebus? Because I know you know a couple of tattoo artists.
Yeah, I know it's tattoos, but I don't do tattoos, bro.
I was just about to plug them.
Yeah, the trust. I mean, it's fun, and when you do a good one, like it feels amazing. But like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but yeah, like it's nerve wracking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a
different thing.
different skill like that I have a mad respect for. So
Yeah.
I don't even try because it's taken me years to get where I am, and I feel like it would have to take me years to get
Yeah.
good at that. So I'm not even.
It's a whole different canvas. Like
Yeah,
it's a
no.
canvas nonetheless, but it's a whole different canvas. And like you with paint and pencil and stuff, you can kind of like go back and erase,
Yeah.
or even with certain ink, you can just kind of add a little line to it to make it a little more straight, and you're good. With tattooing, if I sneeze and that joint go down your arm,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get like a dildo tattoo or something. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
And that's what was always in the back of my mind when I was doing this. I definitely stopped because I was always just that pen and paper.
I'm kind of like you too. I don't like designing tattoos because I always tell people like the artist is gonna redesign whatever I give them.
Right.
I'm just giving you a template for them to
Because
work off of.
they know what's best for your it's gonna lay on your skin. I mean, 'cause that's the one thing about human cameras
The
as well.
dimension.
It's
Yeah.
not flat.
Okay, yeah, because
It take you have to have it placed in certain spots or it looks weird when your body does certain things. So
yeah, I thought I was the only person that would get like
Yeah.
because people did know me a little bit from tattooing a little bit
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah, but yeah, I definitely dropped it. But and then are you working on anything now, dude? Like anything like art wise, music wise?
Yes and yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I got a couple of art pieces I'll be kicking out soon.
And where you throwing them on? Like, are you doing a show or yeah? Or are you gonna post them on Facebook and try to sell them there?
I'll probably post them on Facebook, try to sell them there. And
Wait,
do we have any other shows
we're
coming?
working on the 3/4 piece
Wait,
project.
wait, and where would we find the drawings you're gonna post to sell? Like through a page? Oh my god, sorry guys. But through a page or like your personal page?
Yeah, I can put it on my personal page on my Instagram. My Instagram I use a lot for my art. So
Definitely know that. That is definitely let us know that Instagram.
okay. Instagram is jchurchddc. So it's all. I think it's all one word. Yeah, it's all one word.
Yeah, I'll definitely put it in the video how I did for Christmas stuff.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but just let us know where you can find it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been trying to get the hang of different social media platforms and what to use it for what. So I think this is just my personal opinion. I feel like Instagram is more better, or is that even a phrase? More better. I don't know. I'm feeding too much into it.
Yeah, no, I feel it, man.
But I think you have more of a benefit putting your art on Instagram because you can use the hashtags because that's what Instagram was built off of.
Yeah.
So that and Twitter. You can use Twitter for like updates on what's going on, where you're going to be at. If you want to tag your location for like the venue, use Facebook more so for like flyers and Instagram too.
I
But
never thought of it like that.
yeah,
Using Facebook as a
and,
flyer and stuff.
yeah, and I say a lot of off the wall stuff on my Facebook page. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely go check it out, guys.
yeah. So, all
At
right.
J Church, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
J
Okay. Cool.
Church JAY space CHURCH on Facebook. J Church DDC on Instagram and Twitter, and YouTube is under DDC platform. So you can go like and subscribe.
Definitely go check it out, guys.
Yeah,
I would really appreciate it.
definitely.
And wait, and what about your music, man? Any music you're working on that you can tell us about?
Yes. So working on well, I got a lot of collabs that I ain't even touched the surface, man. Like, and shout out to everybody who I've collabed with in the past 2 years. One minus because of Corona.
Oh yeah, dude.
Shout out Corona. But yeah, it's just like them wanting to work with me. You know, there's a lot of people that listen to music and say, "Oh, I'm in competition now because they do music or something like that." And it's like, no, it could be a collaborative thing.
Yeah, and I think that's what's up, man. Because I mean, I never done music. I don't know how the scene is and stuff. I don't know like the vibes and stuff. But I always felt like it was always a competition in between. You know, unless you're like a group or one person is really hot and that person like they find each other's stuff like good and then that's when they collab.
Yeah.
And then when it's not that case, it's like competition. You know, but it's dope when to hear that it's, like embracing, like, oh, come on, let's do something together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm always willing to work on music, man. That's like my number one passion, you know.
And that's what's up, man,
Yeah.
for real.
Thank you.
Because then I run out of stuff to listen to, and I definitely need new stuff
to. Okay, I'll definitely send you some links. I got a couple YouTube links with people I've collabed with.
Yeah, because I went on YouTube, bro. I typed in J Church, and there's only one song that popped up with
The Weeknd.
Oh wait, was it The Weeknd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like me in a hotel room.
The picture was you and then a girl in front of you.
Oh, Noonie.
I think it's
That's
that
Noonie.
one.
Shout out Noonie B.
Yeah. Good song. Definitely go check that one out.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then no, so I was like, that's Jay Church because that's what he looks like. I play it, I was like, nah, that can't be him. And then I go on your stuff. I seen a link to Spotify. I couldn't click it, so I went to your SoundCloud, and then that's when I listened to your stuff. And I was like, that's not him, dude. Yeah, man, incredible voice, bro.
In other words, Angel was lurking.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. No, you're gonna see at the end, man. Because I definitely do want to do a little bit of research of people that do come on. I definitely don't want to sound like a complete retard and stuff.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. You can mess with me anytime, bro. Anytime you want to come on and promote something, man, just come through. I'm always down, bro.
I appreciate
I
it.
definitely want to show love. I definitely forgot to say in the beginning of the video. I wanted to make a correction, and because Chris Jeebus is actually the first episode, I labeled it as the second one. Okay. But I was gonna move because I did a promo for Vic, and I kind of named it the first episode, but I was gonna switch that video to a different playlist where I do promos for like anybody that wants to come on. And just like if you don't want to do the whole hour, like hey man, I really don't got a whole hour to talk about, then we could always do like a little promo where you just come on and be like, hey, check me out. This day I have an event, So.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. But I definitely can't wait to have Vic on. I definitely have a good surprise for him. Come on.
Right on. Yeah. That's nice, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because, man, I feel like it helps when I go out because, I do videos.
I didn't, okay, so I've known Vic for a couple years. But I never really it was always in the art scene, whether it was music or traditional art. So it was always in passing. He was working, so I wasn't trying to bother him.
Yeah,
So like we got a chance to hang out a couple weeks ago, man. Vic is hilarious, bro.
yeah, dude,
Vic
definitely a
is,
cool guy, bro, for real.
the whole ride up to Rock Island, we in the car cracking up. Like between me, him, and Jeebus just cracking slick shit on the way up there, and then coming back talking. Bro, we had a fucking ball, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like me, man, like it's hard to get me to talk and like keep the thing going. Like people like Vic, I feel like you can just say one thing and he can have it keep going and going.
Yeah,
You know, so,
definitely.
because when we first, because we technically first met at my art show,
Mhm.
and like I felt like
Man, I don't know if it's the right platform to say this, but speaking of Vic, we need to get Cream Company Donuts back.
oh, dude,
Bro, what was it? Cream Donut Company?
Cream Code Donuts, I think.
Okay, Cream Co Donuts.
There's
Shout out Cream Co Donuts.
yeah, for
man.
looking for sponsors. Dude, like they're the glazed donuts, right? The classics, right?
All of them, bro. It was like,
No, it was
Yeah,
Big. I believe it was Big's wife that made them,
mhm.
but they were like gourmet donuts. They were super good.
I love me the donut.
I used to buy them by the box.
Yes, by the dozen. Like,
They only popped up every once. There's a little pop up thing.
yeah, and it just stopped, bro. Broke my heart. If you listening to this, Vic, let your wife hear it. She broke my heart.
And only donuts can fix it.
Right. Because it has a hole in it as a donut, but I think it fills mine.
Yes,
So,
mine as well.
I felt like I lost a piece of me.
Now I'm actually hungry for some like donuts, bro.
I'm thinking about donuts.
Oh man. Oh yeah, yeah, but uh, uh, is anything coming? Are you gonna release anything soon, or like music wise? I mean, because we kind of left track on that.
Yeah.
My bad.
Now you're good. Yeah.
Music wise, yes. Yes, I'm working on my second album as we speak.
Okay.
So,
I mean, anything you can tell, but I definitely don't want you to, you know, uh, like release all your Easter basket. You know
Yeah.
what I mean. All your eggs in the basket. You know.
No, I'm just making sure I don't say anything about anybody else's. Like if I'm a feature on their song,
Yeah, definitely.
But like as for me, just individual, I'm working on my second album now. So
Do we got a name or?
no name yet. I still like I don't know. It's weird for me. I won't get my album title until I think I'm finished.
Okay.
So like normally people go in head first with the title ready. Well, not my title, but the actual title being ready.
Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole within itself. I should have named my first album Ready. I'm just kidding. But but it's like certain people go in with the theme of the album, and then it's me. I won't think of a theme because I'm not necessarily going in with one. So it's just like if I think this song should be collab with this for this album, then I'm like, okay, let's put them together, wrap it up with a bow, and let's get it out there.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah. Oh yeah. And, wait, can we find like your music on YouTube or just?
I have one video on YouTube, and that's called The Weekend.
J Church DDC.
Yeah, you can look me up under J Church DDC and Weekend, and it'll come straight up. And there is a few other collabs that I have that are on YouTube. So I have one with Noonie B. Shout out Noonie. I have a couple with Kane to Abel. Shout out Kane to Abel. Have one with Mike Check that's on there as well. Shout out Mike Check.
And are those on your channel?
Not on my individual channel. So you can look it up. It's like Topic Track Team Relay. You can look up their album. Shout out Track Team. That's IQ and Mike Check. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I'll definitely put their like info in the description.
Gotcha.
Give them a shout out.
Okay. So that was a lot of shout outs.
Yeah, but man, that's what I'm trying to do here. Give as many shout outs to the people you fuck with, so that way we all
Yeah.
fuck with each other and shit.
It's a lot of collabs out there too. So yeah, it's just under certain. I'll send you all the links and everything too.
Yeah, definitely do, bro. And if you think it's like a lot, it's not.
Okay.
It's cool.
All right. So when it says Gmail is almost full,
It'll be good, bro.
I
And
got you.
yeah, man. Yeah, we're about that hour, man. So, did you still have anything else you want to talk about?
Let's see.
Because I seen that you're gonna do something pretty soon. You're gonna go, like in an event or something.
Yeah.
Or did that pass? Did I mess it?
That was last Sunday. So I played rhythm keyboard for Harriet's Gun at the Levens Lake show, and that was this Sunday that just passed.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you had something coming up.
City Market.
Oh yeah. So I have a slot at the Rockford City Market on August the 13th, I believe.
I think that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So August the 13th
Yes.
at City Market.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll definitely go there, man. Definitely check it out.
Thanks,
Do a promo video. So.
Most definitely.
All right.
And let's see. Anything else coming up?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head, but there's like 87 projects that are in the process of like getting finalized.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but like I'm trying to remember which ones are like that we can talk about and which ones like
I'm trying.
Yeah, definitely anything you guys can without getting in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely don't want to.
I mean, well,
it's more so don't want to make false promises. Like
Yeah, and
and
that
then
too.
something falls through, and then like
Yeah, because
yeah,
shit happens. So.
because some of them are just like in that final paperwork spot or that
getting a last minute budget together for it, getting it pushed out type shit. So, yeah. So we don't want to say like it's releasing, such and such, and then we got to pull back a couple months or whatever. But yeah,
we are doing working on the build up towards the summertime slide through with the garage show live streams. We're gonna do a couple of
just like pop up locations, random.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
And wait, anything else?
No, nothing else coming up. Just doing some. I mean, we're doing a lot, but it's not like anything that we can really say a lot about right now. But it's a lot of different projects we got lined up. But hopefully, the next time I'm invited back, then I can definitely give you something more.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, then they send you information as soon as we get it too, because some of them are art shows. We definitely want you to be in as well. So
yeah, definitely. Thank you guys.
Most definitely, bro.
Yeah, I would say give me like a week in between.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you have something that does get finalized and it's like coming up soon, definitely let me know. We'll do a promo. Share this as much as we can. So.
definitely appreciate it.
So you can have me in here like, got anything coming up soon? No. And the video pause say he lied.
Shit, I mean, but yeah, maybe you just want to come down, shit, fuck it, But
can I tell him about the?
What? Oh yeah.
Okay. So I can tell you about. We're actually working on a commercial.
Okay.
So I'm voiceovering for this particular commercial, and it's not your typical run of the mill type commercial.
Is it the one I just saw?
Yes.
Oh yeah, guys. I definitely can't wait to see that one again. Wait, where can you say where you're gonna drop it?
We're gonna drive it pretty much just all over the place, but we're gonna mainly run it off of YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Direct everybody towards YouTube with it.
Okay, yeah. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Which channel? Yours
is DDC platform.
DDC platform. Definitely go check them out, guys, on YouTube for that commercial and other content. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, is that? Yeah.
If you would like to contact me, you can send me a message through my Facebook music page. That's under jchurch/410. So you can look me up on there, or you can type in jchurch and it'll pop up under my music page. If you want to contact me or Chris Jeebus for getting in touch with me as well, you can email him at dynastycorpse1@gmail.com.
I'll definitely also put it in the video and stuff. So.
I remembered it.
Message me through all the social media.
Okay. Or message him through all social media as well.
Yeah, definitely.
At Jeebus1.
At Jeebus1
Chris
on
Jeebus1.
Instagram. Oh, at Chris Jeebus1 on Instagram. Chris Jeebus on Facebook. You got any other platforms?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the episodes, bro, I definitely want to give you something for giving me some of your time for coming and talking a little bit and definitely working with me with the podcast. So it's nothing too big, but because I was the video trying to upload it, bro, it took me way longer than I expected, man. So that was taking up so much of my time. But I definitely wanted to give you something.
Oh, that's dope as hell.
Yeah, thank you, man.
You see that?
No, yeah.
Yeah, them those Copit markers, those tips, the brushes.
Tips.
That's how I get that.
Word.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I definitely did a couple drawings for you.
Oh,
It's
nice.
church time.
I like that. That's dope.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
say Preacher J. That's sick, bro.
Yeah, I definitely used your last name or the church part to really fucking use as the theme. The theme, man. Yeah.
Word. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you don't got to show the camera, but obviously Chris is right there in the background, so he's definitely showing them.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, if you guys want to catch any of these drawings, definitely check on Instagram at Ziggy Fifth or J Church DDC.
Oh yeah,
This is dope, bro. Like,
yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, a little thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. I definitely want to, give a little piece of my time to everybody that comes.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And definitely working with me if I am awkward or cringy, because I'm starting. I'm Chris, you're my first person to talk, so definitely appreciate it.
This is dope, man.
Oh yeah, Chris, man, I definitely forgot. So you got two of these. So these are blanks. These are the outlines. You can color them any way you want. The ones I gave you is just the way I do it. But you could use the blanks to color in the way you want. Yeah.
I definitely. Oh dang! I got a blast cannon
magnet.
The magnet of it.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, the death spray can. That's my thing.
Yeah. It's okay. So you want to know the craziest thing about the way you drew the skull with the mic and the brushes? Okay.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was going up the stairs and not holding on to the railing. I fell down the stairs backwards, busted my eyebrow open right here. This is the same where it says church at. That's fucking crazy.
Oh damn, good man. I'm glad I nailed it.
That's dope. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. I really appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah, all this is dope, man.
Do the little outro. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. That's what we try to do from A to Z, is try to show as much love as we can to the Rockford community and anybody in the community. Definitely there's a lot of love to spread around, and I'm glad to help.
Thank you, man.